Ist es live? Okay. Ich glaube, ich bin jetzt live. Willkommen im neuen Genshin Impact Stream. Auf jeden Fall mein zweiter Genshin Impact Stream. Ich habe hier letzten aufgenommen. Ich sagen, wir machen jetzt ein bisschen random Stuff, fahren ein bisschen und ja. Gibt es hier irgendwas Neues? So, was ist das? Oh, stimmt. Das muss ich ja auch noch machen. Hm. Oh, nee. Okay, dann mache ich das gleich. Was? Nö, okay. Okay, dann machen wir dieses Ding mit Mais. Dann gehen wir schnell zu dem Typen und machen das. So, ich soll irgendwelche Effekte erzählen. Hier hinten. Ich hoffe, ihr hattet einen schönen Tag. Mal kurz. Oh ja. Ich lese das jetzt nicht vor, weil ich bin nicht der beste Leser. Reden jetzt miteinander. Hallo. Und sie geht. Boah, hier zum Essen eingeladen. Vamos. Ah, okay. Ach so, jetzt schon fertig hier. Okay, ich dachte, ich bekomme das. Ich glaube, ich skippe das. Ich glaube nicht, dass es so wichtig ist. Genau. Perfekt. Was das? Ja, das war's. Weil, ich hoffe, der Sound ist okay. Okay, was kann ich jetzt machen? Außer die täglichen Aufgaben. Genau, ich könnte kurz zu Monster gehen. Kann ich direkt zwei Sachen nachschauen. Ich schaue mir an, was ich für dieses... Ich will schon dieses Dings bekomme. Ich will schon, ich will schon, ich will schon. Okay, so. 440. Ah, da kriege ich das hier. Okay. Ich glaube, irgendwas hat mich gestochen einfach. Okay, so. Was ist das? Bauwerk zu den Schritt zum Herstellen von. Oh, okay, das bräuchte ich. Das bräuchte ich. Boah, okay, das bräuchte ich vielleicht. Oh. Okay, was ist das? Einmal schon. Ja, ach so, das ist dieses tragbare Teleportationspunkt. Okay, ab 6. Okay, ich glaube, da muss ich noch ein bisschen was machen. Drei Spieße. Man kann immer nur 3 machen. Wow, okay. Das habe ich halt die von Liebe gemacht. Okay, dann schaue ich mir meine Erkundungsdinge an.
Add Ast.
Leute, wagt niemand. Das kann ich gebrauchen. So, perfekt. Nö. True, die bräuchte ich vielleicht auch mal. So, perfekt. Ich überlege jetzt, was kann ich jetzt machen? Okay, okay, Nope, das mache ich nicht. Anti-Shogun Spezialtraining. Ey, wenn ihr wüsstet, wie schwer das ist, ne? Alle, die es geschafft haben, haben meinen Respekt. gratis. Ah, es ist sowas, was ich schon angefangen habe, aber nie zu Ende. Was ist dieses Fragezeichen? Heißt, ich habe das schon mal gemacht. Dann würde ich sagen, gratis, ne? Ich glaube. Ah nee, das war was Blaues. Das war anscheinend wichtig. Ach, das war das. Bruder, ich habe keine Ahnung, was ich da machen muss. Wo sind diese komischen Fragmente? Das ist so eine Aufgabe, die ich direkt abgebrochen habe. Bruder, was für Fragmente? Okay, dann machen wir sowas. Wir können auch sowas machen. Ja, wir könnten das hier machen. Aber ich glaube, ich will eins davon machen halt. Perfekt. Das heißt, ich kann jetzt 3 Stück machen anscheinend. So, wen will ich denn machen? Beto habe ich irgendwie keine Lust, weil ich weiß jetzt schon irgendwas mit Fahren. Also, nee. Okay. Ach, keine Ahnung, ganz ehrlich. Was bringt das mir am Ende? Da war ich einfach... Irgendwo. Dann machen wir das jetzt. Ich weiß nicht mehr, wo ich hingelaufen bin. Ich bin dumm. Ah, das müsste dann eigentlich neu sein, oder? Boah, ich habe keine Lust auf immer diese Bässe. Allgemein irgendwie alles so richtig strong. Das sieht fresh aus. Okay, vamos. Ne, alles gut. Oh, sheesh. Okay,
Ah, it looks like all our problems are solved. Welcome to the Jade Chamber.
Ich mache Screenshots, weil keine Ahnung, einfach so. Langeweile.
Oh, great. I have no idea what we would have done otherwise.
I didn't think we'd really manage to get you here. This was a last-minute situation, and you're the one we trust the most.
To put it simply, we are just looking for the right person to help. We had a very long discussion about it, but to no avail. I have tasked my 3 most trusted secretaries with overseeing an important auction tomorrow. This, however, leaves their regular duties unattended to, and the work cannot afford to go undone. The nature of their day-to-day work is highly sensitive and confidential, so whomever I ask to fill in needs to be someone I can trust. Yes, you were the person who came to mind. We may not have spent a great deal of time together, but I do place a great deal of trust in you. To me, this work is highly sensitive and of utmost importance, though I'm sure you'll find it to be mundane at best. It would not surprise me if you can't bear the tedium or can't make the time. And yet, despite this, I thought it could do no harm to ask the question, on the off chance that you are interested. As it happens, I was just having a discussion on backup plans with my secretaries before you arrived.
But the outcome of that discussion was that we couldn't think of a suitable alternative.
This is a good reminder that we should always have a contingency plan for everything.
Anyway, this may add to the debt of gratitude I owe you. But the fact is, your arrival here has rescued what was fast becoming a rather dire situation indeed.
Okay, vorausgesetzt, ich bin da. Genau.
I wouldn't worry. It's all work you'll be quite familiar with. Planning trips, gathering pertinent information, that sort of thing. All basic skills required by competent adventurers, if I'm...
If you have any questions about your work, the administrative work Lady Ningguang touched upon just now is only one aspect. You'll also be required to cater for Lady Ningguang's basic daily needs, such as clothing and meals, and be on call for any other requests she may have.
Don't be mistaken. I won't put you in a difficult position, and I will fully respect your judgment. All right. Please proceed to the office. Bai Shi will go over the work with you in more detail.
Yes, Lady Ningguang.
Okay, vamos. Ich lese das nicht, ne? Kannst vergessen. Ach, ich muss auch mit der reden.
Before I get into specifics, I
Ich
want
kann
to start by
Herz-
giving you the
Ach, komm.
big picture. As a member of the Liyue Qixing, Lady Ningguang's every move is in the spotlight. Maintaining her perfect image at all times is absolutely essential. My usual job is to be her right hand, to maintain her image and take care of all her worries. For example, arranging her daily schedule, picking out clothes for her, dressing her, you misunderstand.
Bai Shi has always been very passionate about her work. I can leave any task in her capable hands, and rest assured that her performance will be nothing short of exemplary. I'm sure she was simply trying to share some of her
Ich würde sowas auch nicht
enthusiasm,
mehr reden, weil
in the hopes that you may find
wir
it
reden ja schon.
infectious.
Thank you, Lady Ningguang. Back to the topic at hand. Let's get into the details. Bai Xiao and Bai Wen handle tasks that require enormous experience, while I can go through the methods I use and all in a day's work for the traveler, Great, then I'll skip. Currently, there are 133 items that have yet to be scheduled, 17 of which are... Yes, I did try to make a start in advance, but only got as far as roughly prioritizing the task. I'll go through the most important. First is the periodic meeting with the representatives of the 8 trades. Then, a discussion with Lady Kuching on issues relating to time restrictions on land conveyance deed. Right after that, there's... Yes, you do. To the uninitiated, you need to take ample knowledge of all... I assume this is all making sense. Unless you had any other questions at this point? Good. Then let's press on. We're tight on time here, and there's a lot to get through. And we still need to leave enough time for you to prepare... Already? Wow. You're a fast learner. Very good. This will be much more efficient.
Wonderful. Then I'll be counting on you to provide my schedule for tomorrow. I'm grateful for your assistance. Now, I will leave you here in peace to proceed with your work. If anything else is unclear, you can ask by...
Take care, Lady Ningguang.
Oh, nee. Ist waschig, zieh dich. Trifft den Händler.
Good. You factored in both priority and efficiency, and produced a rigorous and well-structured schedule. Excellent work. You've got quite a knack for this. Please be here at the Jade Chamber tomorrow morning before... With you helping out here, we will be... I hope so too.
Ich dachte, es wird leicht. Natürlich wird es nicht leicht. Warum denke ich auch sowas? Ups. Ja, wir haben 9 Uhr. Ja, ich kann nicht zurückdrehen. Das heißt, ich muss komplett... Ja, passt. Ja, ich mir jetzt was zu essen machen, so. Das heißt, fertig ist. Fertig. Ach, es war ihr Zimmer.
Yes, I'm already awake. I'll be out in a moment. I'm just changing.
Da ist eh nichts.
Good morning. Did you sleep well? There's nothing to worry about. Now then, the schedule. Item 1. Lunch at Lioli Pavilion with Miss Lua Chiao.
So, okay.
Yes. I remember the invitation. I need to make sure I'm well prepared for this. No, someone I've never met before. Today's lunch will be our first time meeting each other. She's paying a high price for my time, and I intend to make sure she gets her money's worth. Otherwise, tens of millions of mora is rather a high price for lunch, even one at Lioli Pavilion. That's right. Even at this price, there is no shortage of people willing to pay for a lunch opportunity with me. To be clear, I've never had any hand in setting the price. I too was rather surprised to see it become so expensive. Time is very valuable to me, so when I first came up with the idea, I made a rule that my time would go to the highest bidder. Gradually, it developed into a lucrative business. Yes, that sums it up very well. Naturally, as for how much my insight is worth in terms of mora, everyone has their own idea. There is no standardized way to measure something like this. You're a very lucky person, you know. You get to sit in on this lunch for free. In the hands of a professional business person, the kind of information you'll be exposed to would be worth. There's no need to be nervous, of course. Now, let's have some breakfast.
Let's have some breakfast. Breakfast. Okay, vamos. Vom Ding wurde eigentlich zerstört. Junge, sieht ja gut aus.
Did you organize this entire breakfast? I know what's going on, then. Please, sit. Have a taste the Jade Chambers chef's cook.
Das war nicht falsch, das war nicht falsch.
What do you think? Is the food to your liking? Oh, don't forget we have a lunch later. Save some space, or you might miss out on some even better food. Still, I'm happy to see that you approve of my culinary tastes. On occasion, usually everyone is too busy for a leisurely sit-down meal. There is an awful lot to get done most of the time. Breakfast also isn't usually so lavish, hence my surprise when we got here. I actually thought you had cooked it all yourself. Relax, I'm just joking. Ps4 probably made arrangements yesterday to add a few extra dishes to the breakfast menu.
Die beiden kann ich kochen, das weiß ich. Die beiden habe ich sogar.
You willingly took this work on, knowing that it would be tedious, and you have worked diligently. My secretaries and I are very grateful to you. Treating you to some food is but a small token of our appreciation. Breakfast sets the tone for the rest of the day. You can't compromise on it. If you wake up to the same monotonous meal each day, you will start to feel fatigued even before you start working.
Okay, vamos. War sehr lecker. Dankeschön.
Well, I'm done eating. We should get ready. Then I have some preparations to make first. Could you bring my clothes to my room, please? I need a change of mood. Who knows? Perhaps you will have a I already instructed Long Yang. Thank you.
Thank you.
Huh? Hello, how may I help? Ah, yes, of course. Here you are. Please give this to Lady... Yes, this whole room is full of Lady Ningguang's personal items. Not just clothes either. Lady Ningguang asked us to rearrange this room recently. Anyway, you can take it now. Thanks for coming.
Ach, ist das? Oh, ich glaube, das ist das, was ich denke. Das, was ich denke.
Did you get it?
Nö. Spaß, ja, ja. Nimm. Schön, schön gönnt ihr. Bisschen Kleidung.
Ah, this is the one. Please, wait for a moment.
Boah, das wird bestimmt gut aussehen. Damn! Einfach neuer Charakter, was?
I had this specially tailored recently, and I must say, I'm really rather fond. What do you think? Be honest. I just want to know your first impression.
Screenshot. Sehr elegant.
Phew. Thank you. I was actually a little nervous.
Boah, das sieht wirklich gut aus. Oder wäre das ein Gratis-Skin einfach für niemanden?
Knowing that it has your seal of approval makes me feel much more self-confident.
Ah, wir machen auch den.
Oh, then it's mere flattery. You pick your moments to wisecrack, don't you? Now I don't know whether to take what you said earlier seriously. I never knew you had such a mischievous side. All right, let's head to Leoli Pavilion.
Ich bin ein dummer Okay, dann gehen wir jetzt zu diesem Essen. Da oben ist nix, oder? Nee, sieht nicht so aus. Ah, okay, ich weiß jetzt was. Ah, okay, okay. War kurz so überfordert. Ah, okay, wir gehen zu diesem Essen, machen das. Und genau. Hä? Da unten war ein Restaurant? Okay, krass, das ich nicht. Gut, klar. Perfekt. Ich konnte einfach durchsehen. Aber es könnte sein, dass ich gleich kurz weggehe. Ja. Ah, ich bin dann nur so für 2-3 Minuten weg.
Everything is set. Please enjoy your.
Oh, dankeschön. Okay, okay. Hat was. Freshes.
Lady Ningguang.
Ich bin nicht Lingmon.
Sorry to have kept you waiting.
Boah, sieht so. Ich weiß nicht warum, das sieht so fresh aus.
Oh, no, not at all. I know that you have 1,000 different things to do each day.
Great. Well, let's leave the formalities aside from now on and make this just a friendly chat. This is the Traveler. I'm assuming you've heard of him. He happened to be in Liyue Harbor today, so I invited him to come along. Do you mind if he sits with us?
No, not at all. On the contrary, I'm honored. What a surprise to be... I've always been fascinated by you and your adventures. There's so many questions I'd love to ask you. Oh,
Okay.
I'm sorry. Where are my manners? I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Luo Qiao, a businesswoman. I work mostly in the textile business, but recently I've been considering branching out into some other markets. That's what I wanted to ask Lady Ningguang for some advice about. I didn't know there'd be a surprise guest involved, too. So, the rumors are true, then?
Rumors?
You know, the rumors about the two of you, Lady Ningguang and the Traveler, having a closer than average relationship. You haven't heard? Come on, you must know that Lady Ningguang's every move is in the spotlight. That obviously includes her relationships. And if you didn't have some sort of special relationship, why would she invite you to this lunch right after finding out that you were back in Liyue Harbor?
Interesting. Yes, we do have a special relationship, but I don't see anything unusual about it. The Traveler is a national hero in Liyue whose actions have directly contributed toward the prosperity we enjoy today. Even putting aside my official status as one of the Liyue Qixing, I admire him on a personal level too.
Oh, yes. Well, there is nothing unusual about...
You're comparing apples and sunsettias there. Whenever Beidou returns to Liyue Harbor, all she brings me is a headache. I've missed out on a number of extremely promising investment opportunities thanks to her.
Investment opportunities? Oh, do you mean the luminescent spine business? I hear that's been all the rage recently.
No, something else. All the talk about luminescent spines is just empty hype.
Oh, but isn't there some new technology from Fontaine that needs lots of luminescent spines to make it work?
If it were really that profitable, those in the know would have kept it as quiet as possible. You have to wonder if the news is spreading like wildfire. I had my secretary do some analysis. So I would advise you to be cautious.
I see. Well, I was planning to get your opinion on how to get started in that business.
In my opinion, there are many people around with ulterior motives, making this a very risky business to enter into in the short term. Long term, it's very difficult to say, but...
You think so too, huh? Okay, got it. If that's what both of you think, I'll take my time and not rush into anything. Maybe it'd be a better choice to invest this money into an industry that I'm genuinely interested in getting involved with.
Also, keine Ahnung. Kannst mir goldene Artefakte geben, die ich vielleicht brauche. Würde ich gerne investieren.
Lady Ningguang, thank you so much for taking the time to meet with me today. I didn't know how much we'd get through, but you've answered every question I wanted to ask.
Good. I'm glad I could be of some help.
Now I see why you were able to become the most successful business person in Liyue. You think clearly, you are very knowledgeable, and you keep yourself well informed. It would take me a very long time to come anywhere close to your level.
You've been listening for a while. Are you getting bored? Has it sparked an interest in the business world for you? Ah, so you want to be my competitor. Well then, I suppose I'll have to start looking over my shoulder. Or how about this? I'll invest in you early on, before you make it big.
I won't take up any more of your time. Thank you. This lunch was everything I was hoping for and more. I can't wait to try.
See you next time.
Ja,
I'll look for...
Peace. Sag nicht, das war erst das Erste. Ach,
right then. I'm a little...
Oder war es das schon? Ah, ich bin immer noch etwas besorgt wegen...
Good. Then let's do that. There are some slippery characters among the bidders, you see.
Okay.
So, even though my secretaries are very capable and experienced, I still can't help worrying for them a little. Come on. The auction is being held at Eugene Terrace.
Noch einmal angucken, weil vielleicht kann ich hier dann wieder rein, Alter. Noch einmal hinsetzen. Bitte. Oh ja. Oh ja, lecker. Okay. Irgendwas kann ich das nehmen? Nee, ne, weil ich kann doch... Oh. Ach, der Typ. Ja, hallo.
Thank you for your patronage.
Okay, tschüss. Habt noch einen schönen Tag, Bruder. Okay, was soll ich jetzt machen? Oh, die Map ist nicht mal geladen. Boah, ich finde Genshin Impact so ein geiles Spiel, ich weiß nicht. Okay. Ey. Was macht die denn da? Boah, seid ihr viele. Hallo, wie geht's denn so?
Did you bring plenty of Mora with you? Let's put it this way. Anything you can snag in one of Lady Ningguang's auctions is practically Mora in the bank. The more you take home, the bigger your fortune.
Okay. Bruder, warum heißen alle irgendwas mit Schau?
Anything Lady Ningguang used to own is sure to be worth a significant amount of money.
Warte, komm schon. Ja, ich habe außerdem ein...
So even if the price is a little inflated, it should still be fine.
Ihr ne, Süchtigen. Hallo. Aber wir sind schon die Homies.
Lady Ningguang, what brings you here?
I couldn't help but feel a little concerned. So I just came to see how everything is going.
We're about ready, and people are starting to arrive. I think we should be able to start on time.
Very good. I think I'll host the auction myself.
Huh? You want to do it yourself?
Yes, just in case anything untoward happens.
Then we'll leave the auction itself to you. But we'll be sure to lend our full support behind the scenes.
Have you attended an auction before? Well, would you like to participate this time? You don't have to bid, of course. Just experience the atmosphere. All right then. Feel free to take a look around the venue before it kicks off.
Okay.
Check out the items up for bidding and see if there's anything you might be interested in.
Siehe die Gegenstände an und schau, wer das weiß, dass dich interessiert. Was könnte mich denn interessieren? Oh, okay. Haarnadel. Boah, die erinnern mich so an Demon Slayer von diesen Dings da. Was? Gut gemacht, der Haarnadel. Also, nee. Ich leg das mit schon. Das ist bei. Ja, ich würde die Vase sagen, ganz ehrlich. Was soll ich da machen?
It's about time to start. Find yourself some... Yes? What is it? That's for you to make a considered judgment on. It's precisely what makes auctions so interesting. Until the bids exceed the value of the item you're... Perhaps this does not result in what you might call a fair price. Yes, you... The first lot is a teacup from my personal collection. Bids starting at 10,000 Mora. That's 10,000 Mora for the teacup.
20,000.
30,000.
50,000.
80,000! 80,000 over here!
I'll raise that to 100,000.
120.
I swear, some of these bidders are just driving the price up for fun. All right, 150,000. Anyone else want to keep going now?
150 once?
180,000.
180 once? 180. 180. Sold.
Yeah, it's mine now.
Okay then. Moving straight on to the next lot. You seem to be getting quite into it. What a shame that you didn't manage to go home with anything. Of course it did. That's because I didn't come here to sell my things. I'm sure you must find it quite odd that all these everyday items could fetch such a huge price at auction. Since you're curious, why not go and talk to the buyers? I'm sure they'll give you the answers you're looking for.
Kleiner Bin.
Today wasn't my day. Didn't manage to snag much. There were too many bidders, and they all seemed like experts to me. I guess I'll just have to wait for the next auction. Someday, I'll be the lucky one.
I may have paid an arm and a leg for this, but in the end, I got the result I wanted. Nothing of Ningguang's could ever be overinflated. I'm far from the only buyer who believes that owned by Ningguang is worth paying a premium for. So how much I make just depends on how many people are even bigger fans of Ningguang than I am.
Huh? You want to know why I paid so much? Well, it's pretty obvious, isn't it? Because the previous owner was Lady Ningguang. Sure, the item may look pretty ordinary, but that's probably just because I'm not a connoisseur, so I don't know how to appreciate it. But I figured I'd buy it first, then go get it appraised by an expert. Then I'll be rich.
Okay.
Well, did you find the answer yet? That's certainly part of it, but every bidder will have noticed that none of these items have a particularly high going rate on the market in and of themselves. Despite this, they were all willing... I wonder, is faith in me really the only factor in their appraisal of the item's value? You'll see shortly. The one who spent the most money will surely be the quickest to realize. If all I wanted to do was make some quick mora by exploiting their blind faith in me, I have a million more effective ways of achieving that than hosting an auction. Every participant in this auction was handpicked by me, based on certain intelligence.
Lady Ningguang, something doesn't seem quite right with the items from today's auction. As unlikely as this sounds, and please forgive me for even bringing it up, but I had to ask. You weren't selling counterfeits today, were you?
Counterfeits? Absolutely not. What motive would anyone have for making copies of things like these? They are simply ordinary items, and there was no coercion or enticement during the auction.
Because we trusted you! Everyone knows that you love more, but we also know that you made your fortune through honest means.
You seem to have entered into dangerous linguistic territory there. Of course, if you have any genuine grievances about the auction, the lots, or the process, please enlighten me as to where exactly I went wrong.
You... Fine. Yes, technically it was all legitimate. Guess all I can do is take the loss. But if word gets out about today's auction, people are gonna start seeing you as a con artist. No one... I guess what I'm saying is this really in your best interests?
Let me answer that with a question.
What do you mean?
Oh, I don't know. Perhaps it could be something to do with a lost item from the original Jade Chamber collection that has quietly made its way into your hands.
Huh?
When the Jade Chamber fell, countless valuable items from my collection plunged into the sea. I organized a salvage operation, but still there were many items unaccounted for. A considerable number of these made their way back into Liyue Harbor through means unbeknownst to me, and passed through several pairs of hands before finally ending up in yours, and those of your fellow bidders today.
Wait, you mean...
Yes. Everyone attending the auction today is in possession of lost property belonging to me. Or, to put it another way, they were all people who have had a taste of something that was mine and convinced themselves that I am someone to be taken advantage of. So I ask you again, your high bidding price, was it motivated by trust, or was it greed? The sole reason I held this auction is if you are willing to return what is mine, I will refund all the money you spent in the auction today.
All right, fine. I guess I'll return it. You drive a hard bargain, like everyone says. I'll go and get it right now. Please just wait here.
Despite his bad attitude, he cooperated in the end. Good for him. The issue was that all items of mine that have been fished out of the sea have changed hands numerous times already. Determining who has legal ownership would be an extremely long-winded process, with each item being assessed on a case-by-case basis. Even Yenfei says she'd have a difficult time defending my claims. I could have bought them back, but it's not in my nature to pay twice. After making some inquiries, I found them to be most uncooperative. So I had to resort to this auction to finally put a stop to all this nonsense. I just wanted my things back. Hardly an unusual sentiment. At most, a little childish perhaps. Which is another reason why I didn't tell anybody about my plan. What do you think it was about the Jade Chamber that defeated Osile? Well, I think it was a combination of the weight and the energy it contains. Its great weight meant that it hit Osile with incredible force, while the energy within triggered that spectacular explosion. Every piece of the Jade Chamber, from the stone walls and wooden beams down to the smallest ornament, contributed to its total weight. But in the end, they became objects of merchants' greed. It's hard not to get a little irked thinking about it. Thank you for understanding. Now I've got one of my items back. Let me show you what makes it so. The secrets of history shine through in the relics that survive.
Sehr schön. Da haben wir das fertig. Haben ein Bild gespeichert. Sehr fresh. Ja, nice. Okay, wie lange bin ich jetzt schon live? Lass mich mal kurz nachschauen. Weil das, ich finde, das hat schon lange gedauert irgendwie. Also jetzt nicht so lange, wie ich gedacht hätte, aber das ist bestimmt schon, was ich meine. Nur 2? Waren es nicht davor 3 oder bin ich paranoid?
When the sun's out, bathe in sunlight. But when the
So, wie
moon's
lange bin
out,
ich schon
bathe
live?
in moonlight.
Okay, fast eine Stunde. Ich würde sagen, bei einer Stunde will ich dann den Stream beenden. Ich glaube, ich mache noch jetzt noch die täglichen Aufgaben. Nehmen Sie mit. Ja. Oh, da. Ne, keins mehr, hä? Lol. Okay, ich habe dieses Gefühl, dass da drin ist das. Aber nee, glaube ich doch nicht, oder? Okay, soll ich sagen, mache ich jetzt noch schnell die täglichen Aufgaben. Und ja. Oh, was ist das? Vernichte alle Monster. Okay. Ja, ich mache jetzt. Was ist das überhaupt? Vernichte. Okay, Monster. Monster. Ich wollte auf gar gehen, aber ich würde sagen, ich bin dann gleich oder später komplett. Genau.
Silly child.
So, habe ich kurz richtig hingehört. Oh, aber heute in der Schule anstrengend. Eigentlich wollte ich pennen gehen, aber hab dann live gestartet. Oder geh mal weg. Gegen euch will ich nicht fighten, weil ich keinen Bock und Zeit habe.
Think you can bully me?
Was gerade 20 Grad? Wie viel Schaden war das? Ich könnte auch viel mehr jetzt. Ich habe das jetzt verbessert. Ich habe ein Artefakt, wo ich jetzt viel öfters critten kann. Warte. Also hier. Ich habe 60% Crit Rate.
Silly Billy Hill.
Also das ist ja richtig gut. Oder komm mal runter.
Higher, hands on fire.
23k. Natürlich kommen noch mehr, natürlich.
I swear by my sword.
Nix genau.
Go as planned. Think you can bully me?
So. Ah, guck mal.
Diana special.
Rain outlines your fate. Let me weave you a verse.
Warte. Das will ich mir anschauen. Okay, ich habe jetzt nicht mit mehr Crit Damage oder so. Mach ich einfach mehr Schaden. Einer down. Und, ja. Und down. Ganz easy. So, okay, ich warte jetzt auf den Guardian. Der müsste hoffentlich, ich hoffe wirklich, dass der in 15 Tagen kommt. Und so lang habe ich meine 3881 und ein Wish. Ich weiß zwar nicht, wie viel das sind, okay. Aber ja, ich könnte mal ausrechnen. Ich habe hier ich überlege, aber ne, ich glaube nicht, dass ich das jetzt ausgeben will. Für wegen, halt, nur wegen Hutau. Diese Sperrverschicke. Also, okay. Gib mir eine Sekunde. Geteilt durch. Ja, ungefähr 24 Wishes kann ich damit machen. Also 25, nee, doch 25. Und mein PT ist, glaube ich, gerade auf 30. Das heißt, ich muss auch ein bisschen was farmen. Jupp. Ich glaube, ich kann sogar... Oh, oder... Komm, ich bin... Ah, nee, ja, komm, lass mal. Ich doch hin. Oh, Krabbe. Krebs. Krabbe. Krebs ist doch das gleiche, oder? Oder gibt es einen Unterschied? Bin ich gerade lost? Oh, habe ich mich erschrocken. Ich habe gerade dieses Ding gesehen. Ja, tschüss, ne? Tschüss, Jungs. Ja, das habe ich mir gedacht. Genau das habe ich mir gedacht. Ihr traut euch nicht, gegen mich zu fighten. Boah, ich könnte das jetzt holen, ne? Ja, was ist das? Muss ich das machen? Ja, komm. Perfekt, ich kann es auch nicht nehmen.
No, my sword! Think you can bully me? Barbados, guide us.
Das war's? Oh, okay. Ja, okay, waren jetzt auch nur 3 Heal-Shows. Was soll man der für den Pin auch noch hoffen? Hier oben. Kann ich das holen? Oh, ja, ich schaff's. Vamos. Okay. Warum erschrecke ich mich, Junge? Was ist los? Ihr geht mal weg, bitte. Ich habe keine Zeit für euch. Jungs, komm mal her, guck mal.
Shake your hands, stir! Rain outlines your fate. Who is one? Rain cutter. No, my sword.
Ich bin gerade sehr konzentriert. Ja, okay. Das war dumm, das war dumm.
Wind, hear
Oh,
me.
was will er machen? Oh. Drei. Natürlich kommt noch einer.
My sword. Think you can bully me? Let me weave you a bird.
Oh, 13k. Das war's? Oh, die Masken sind irgendwie voll wichtig. Ich wollte gerade sagen, Alter, das ist gar kein Enger. Nicht vernichtet, nichts mehr. Ich war jetzt kurz im Prozess mit dir. Sag ich doch. Kurzer Prozess. Glasglöckchen, okay. Die brauche ich. Ganyu. Ihr wisst Bescheid. Ganyu. Ist die Frage, wo vor mir ist dieses Ding? Vielleicht bin ich einfach nur blind und sehe es nicht. Sollte ich jetzt denken, dass ich dumm bin? Jo, oder das ist wirklich einfach da drinnen. Ist drin? Lol, hier war ich ja noch nie. Ja, hier. Oh, und ein Chest.
Treasure hunting.
Okay,
A valiant
krass, ey.
endeavor.
Hier war ich ja noch nie. So ein Lager. Cool. Ein paar gratis Artefakte, die ich 100% an keinem benutzen werde. Aber gut versteckt, ja, als ich bin 10.000 Mal dran vorbeigelaufen. Okay, tägliche Aufgaben. Hier fehlt eine Seele. Ja, ich mache meine Aufgaben, dann gehe ich offline, mache den Stream aus und gehe schlafen, weil ich bin krass müde, ihr wisst nicht. Oder, ja, nee. Weil dann beende ich wirklich den Stream. Später spiele ich dann vielleicht noch ein bisschen Rec Room. Der hat Angst vor Hund. Ja, okay, ist ein bisschen starker. So stark sieht er jetzt auch nicht aus. I'm just saying. Einfach ein Adept. Okay. Okay. Easy, kein.
Rain outlines your fate.
Einmal. Es lag.
Look at you, Bootown.
So, was labert der? Ich schwör, ich habe den Typ noch nie zugehört. Da weiß was denn nicht abpassen. 15.000 in dein Gesicht. So, okay, nächste tägliche Aufgabe und die letzte, glaube ich. Ich muss das jetzt suchen. Ich kann jetzt einfach auf Aufgaben gehen, aber nee. Boah, Jungs, Mädchen, ich habe wirklich gar keine Ahnung. Bitte sag nicht, das sind nur so. Ich schwöre, bin ich gerade dumm? Hier hinten, ja, wow. In so eine Ecke. Mann, ich guck da rein, Alter. Fucking Ecke, ist das wahrscheinlich. Sieh ich so aus? Ich glaube nicht. Ich glaube nicht. Ah, okay, Obermeer. Kurz Jump and Run. Ah, ist doch nicht da. Hallo, kann ich mal. Oh, Jungs, wartet, wartet. Aha. Ist er down? Ich werde zwar nicht mal 100 More, ich weiß jetzt schon. Okay. So, ganz geschickt hinlaufen. 2 Krabben nehmen. Oh. Den Ort muss ich mir aber auch mal markieren. Zack, zack, zack. Okay. Da weiß ich Bescheid. So, alle täglichen Aufgaben sind fertig. Ich würde sagen, das mache ich jetzt noch bestimmt mit euch. Okay, ich teste jetzt aus, okay? Das zieht zwar jetzt ein bisschen weiter, aber...
Oh, how exciting!
Geht das?
No stone unturned.
Ja, es geht wirklich. Ich weiß, soll ich nur L-Leveln? Die ist schon nice. Aber ich, keine Ahnung, ich bin nicht so der Typ, der... Ich spiele nicht so mit Geo-Charakteren, sag ich ehrlich. Guck mal, ich habe hier... Ningua, habe ich. Ninguan, mein Typ hier. Und die sind eigentlich so die einzigen. YouTube wollte ich natürlich nicht sehen, keine Ahnung. Ich bin nicht der größte Fan von
Leave it.
Okay. Warte. Zack, fast vergessen. Okay, da holen wir uns die Belohnung ab. Und dann würde ich sagen, beende ich dann den Livestream. Okay.
Add as. Thank you for completing today.
Kein Problem. Und wieder. Okay, okay, Level 6. Der muss ich gar nicht anschauen. Fast Level 8, sehr schön. Level 8, Level 6. Okay, ich werde jetzt versuchen, die alle zu haben. Auf jeden Fall, das war's mit dem Livestream. Ich hoffe, er hat euch gefallen. Ich glaube, ging jetzt 1 Stunde und 20 Minuten, würde ich sagen. Vielleicht länger. Nee, ich würde sagen, habt alle noch einen schönen Tag. Und haut rein. Genau, habt alle noch, noch mal einen schönen Tag. Und genau, ciao.